Hey everybody, welcome back to Dyson's Sphere program, and we're about to crash straight into Weber. This is actually the first time we visited the gas giant. You can see our shadow just kind of peeking into the view there. In fact, let's dive a little deeper into its atmosphere. Whoa. We have arrived. Hold on, I need to get in there. Get me out of the sail mode, god damn it. Get me onto the planet. There we go. Sail mode has ending. So now what we can do one of two things. We can click this button right over here, and we will very slowly collect gas giant resources, hydrogen, fire ice, the works. Or we can go ahead and grab our orbital collectors. Oh, I'm up near the poles. This has to be done on the not the horizon, the equator, or it will not work. They won't let you place them down anywhere but the equator. You got to give them quite a bit of space between places as well. This is probably the equatorial line we're coming up to now. Have a look. Is it going to place it? Can only be placed by the equator. Only be built at the equator. Oh. Found the equator. Okay, cool. We click the button, and it's going to have 2 grid squares between. That's the minimum distance. Now be very careful when building these that you do not leave your drone behind. Okay, they're flying very far away. It's very easy to just sort of take off, and then they're just stuck there. Like, they have to literally fly through the interstellar medium to get to you. But we have built our first orbital collectors. Pretty nifty. So I'm going to go ahead and place down the remaining 8 we've got. They're very slow, but they do the work. It is free. Like, it's perpetual free resources. They power themselves, and they just very slowly produce the 2 things you want. So this is exactly what we're looking for. We're going to say remote supply and remote supply for fire ice and hydrogen, and they will just very slowly build it up. And once they get to the sort of the stack size of one of your transport craft will come by and pick one up. Just that easy. I'm doing a little bit of research off camera. Most importantly, in the upgrades tab, we've got a little bit more mecha fuel speed now, and I think some drone engines are going to be very welcome considering what we're currently doing. But that's not really what we're looking to try and get done today. What I want to get done today is to start building the Dyson sphere. Power is proving to be a continuous problem for us, and that will resolve it. Probably in the simplest way I can think of. Oh, please pick it up, thank you. There we go. Oh, and there you go. I left a drone. I've left 2 drone behinds. Look at that. 2 drones behind, rather, not 2 drone behinds. I don't know what a drone behind would look like, but I imagine it'd be kind of boxy. Okay, and slap down the final orbital collector. Awesome. Now, I think you can fit 30 or so around the starting gas giant. You do get gas giants which are much larger and much smaller. This one just will, of course, affect how many you can fit. But there you go. Having them fly a little bit faster is nice. Good scale of what we're here. I also fixed the railguns, so they are now shooting. And I fixed the proliferators, so they are now proliferating at a greater rate. The big issue we're actually facing is just we don't have enough copper. It's not that there's not enough throughput. It's not that there isn't enough going around. Is that there just isn't enough in this solar system to really, help us. I have a look at the map. Oh my god, I love when they get close together, the throughput does improve quite significantly. But we are left with 255,000 on Alpha. Most of it's being sent to Bow 82. There's about just under 750,000 left, or just over 750,000 left at Bow 82 itself. So we're about 1 million between that little mini sort of system over there, and then another 400,000 here. We have 1.4 million copper total left in the solar system, which means it's time to leave. But before we can do that, we need power, a lot of power. Warping between planets, I was thinking of using it to move between Ananas and Bow 82, but that's not a good idea, just because of the simple amount of power that it takes. Or the sheer amount of power that it takes. It is not wise. Oh, this is exactly where I wanted to land. Fantastic. We are not producing... Hey, hold on. We're not making graviton lenses? What's the issue? We have strange matter, I'm fairly sure. Oh, I bet you I'm putting it on the dang thingamajigger over here, aren't I? Hold on, let's go find it. Because we don't really need to be exporting strange matter. That can come with me. Strange matter instead can all just be turned into graviton lenses. I don't think it has any other real usage right now. There we go. Make me some damn graviton lenses. Make me some green science. Make me some warpers. Okay, that is the order of operations we're looking forward to here. Particle broadband is still coming in nicely. Yeah, it's a little slow, but it is working. What is the craft speed on that? 8 seconds. Yeah, it's a bit slow. We might need more than one stack like this to really make any reasonable progress on science, but that's okay. It is getting produced, and there we go. We have graviton lenses, and they're proliferated. Yes, look at all the proliferator. It's amazing. That's going to really help with the production going forward. We just don't have enough like ore of any kind to not be proliferating everything. All right, that should now bring that over here. It has indeed, and we're going to make our very first gravity matrix with it. There comes the drone. Land safely, please. Fantastic. Did it output? Ah, shit. I've goofed. This has been set to both. That's not right. That's on me. That's on me. We need to just pick this up. And then we'll be able to make our very first gravity. I'm glad I noticed that. That would have probably just sat like that for a few hours otherwise. Okay, first gravity matrices are being made. Let's give this thing CPU cores, or quantum chips, whatever they're called. Hey, there we go. Gravity matrix only took us nearly 35 hours of game time. Yeah, don't be like me. Play the game a little faster, maybe, would be my suggestion. Okay, there goes out the next set of lenses. And here comes the next set of towers. Alright, we're not producing this stuff at nearly the rate we would need to be to, like, actually, you know, get anything out of this. I mean, our science production is ludicrously overbuilt for our actual ability to produce it, but that's fine. Here comes the first lens. It's going to come over here, stack up in the gravity matrix slot, and it's going to get fed into these. Now, there isn't actually much science under green that I'm, like, hammering to get to. You know, I mean, maybe some mecha core would be nice. That's just energy storage. I do want to get universe exploration researching while we have the event available. We could go down the main path, but I'm not too fussed about that. We can't really produce these at the rate I want to anyway. A better replicator would be interesting, but not necessary. Better smelters, better chemical plants. Yeah, that's all good. It does dramatically improve our throughput without having to take up as much space. The only issue, of course, then is that we just don't have the power. And that's what I hope to solve today. Alright, nice. So we are putting the greens in there. Once the greens start backing up, I am actually going to build a warper build off the back of this over here. So we just bring everything into this tower. I think that makes more sense. That way, if we ever make these elsewhere, they can come here and get turned into warpers. And then that means I'm actually going to be changing the way this is done. Oh, nice. So this is going to be a local supply and a remote supply as well. We will be creating and distributing warpers from this structure. So now that we have Universe Exploration 3, we are able to head into the star map, zoom all the heckin' way out, and have a look at what's nearby. So now we can see our entire solar system's reserves. We have very little copper left, to be completely honest with you. No. Let me click on Sheave. Sorry. There we go. So we have 1.4 million copper left in the system total. That's not much, let's be honest. And the crude oil is dwindling, the fire ice is dwindling, there's a little bit of ocean. Let's click on our nearest neighbor. What's our nearest neighbor? Probably this one, Epsilon Aurigae. Oh my god, 26 billion copper. Plus some fractal silicon. That's fun. That helps us make silicon crystals without having to use silicon itself. What do we have over here? It's initializing. We have Kappa Fornacis. Kappa Fornacis has some organic crystals and optical grating crystals, both of which, and fire ice and crude oil. Okay, I feel like Kappa Fornacis is probably going to be the next spot we go to. Let's pin that to our thing. We've got 58 million copper. Holy hell. 43 million iron. Yeah, this is the spot, man. This is the spot. But now the universe begins to open up to us. Over here, we got a neutron star. That's a little further away. But yeah, we can see sort of things in our local cluster, which is amazing. Now, Kappa Fornacis, this is the spot, man. Let's see what's over here. We got an ocean. I would like to find a place with a sulfuric acid ocean. We got some kimberlites we can go check out over there. That's cool. Fractal silicon, we know about that one. What about Regulus over here? That's too far away. We've got Joule. That's a nice name. Joule. Oh, Joule has an ice giant. Sorry, it has a deuterium gas giant. That's pretty good. Plus lots and lots of stone. Okay. What else have we got here? So the nice thing about having Sheev as the center of the galaxy is not only that he is democracy, but that he is at the center of the galaxy, meaning that the travel times are pretty much equal to all these local stars, which is really cool. So we should now be able to see, what was it, Epsilon Fornacis or something like that on our star map? Kappa Fornacis, there it is. This is going to be our next goal, right over there. And I'm going to right away change this. This is going to be named Nature. That's going to be our new star after a commenter and a channel member who has been absolutely amazing. Once we get there, we'll name the planets after some other channel members and patrons and whatnots. But for now, that is going to be it. This is Gravity Matrix, and it's not coming in? Oh, because it's all been put into the towers. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fine. That's kind of what I want it to be doing. Are you making any more lenses? No. Why have my lenses stalled out? Let's go find out. It might just be speed at which? Nope, it's because we don't have any strange matter, because I'm guessing we don't have any copper. Well, this is fully backed up, which is nice. But I'm guessing, where are you? Where is it? Is it over here? That's over here. No, we're full up. We're full up on particle containers. Holy hell. Who'd have thumped it, man? Just adding a few more towers really did help with the throughput on the copper. That's a bit worrying. We're going to need to make sure that gets built. Where is my... There we go. Deuterium. We are out of deuterium. Okay, I need to go build another fractionator plant on Bow 82, is what that's telling me then. And you are out of deuterium. Yes. Okay. How much hydrogen do we have on the planet right now? Are we filling up? Build up this. Are we filling up enough? Because if we have enough hydrogen... No. No, we do not. Okay, but now, obviously having those interplanetary... Oh, sorry, the gas giant harvesters is going to help, but it's not all it's cracked up to be, you know. We will need a little bit more than that. Let me actually pick up those. Where are they? They should be stored in here now. I think we're going to want, like... Let's take, like, 30 start. And then we'll place those down and see how much more room we need to work with. But before we worry about that, I do want to get these Dyson Sphere components constructing, because it's going to take us forever as it is. What do you take? Small carrier rocket. Here we go. So we need deuterium fuel rods. We are going to have to get more deuterium to make this work. We need the quantum chips, and we need some frame components. It takes 6 seconds to make one. Well, we know how to cope with that sort of thing by now. Okay, here is our rocket build. It is gigantic. It quite literally spans the planet. In no uncertain terms. It literally, you can't see the start of it over the horizon. Also, wow, what a sight. Look up there. It's just, there's just so many. The camera in this game is my worst enemy. Anyway, we're gonna leave this planet, this godforsaken planet, this an ugly planet, a bug planet, and we're gonna go head over to Weber system and make a bunch more deuterium. We need a lot more of it. We don't have nearly enough. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, this might be an opportunity for a little pocket crafting. I think, you know, we've got a couple of green signs there. We could make ourselves a few warpers. Oh, God, I'm going way too fast for any of this. Land, thank you. Banged my head a little bit. I still haven't quite gotten the hang of flying in this game. It's a little weird. All right, make me a million warpers, please. Thank you. 288, that will do it. Let's get those stuck in there. And yeah, we use caps lock to start the warps engine. Okay, cool. Better not type any comments online. I'm gonna make people angry. Alright, there we go. We got 16 warpers. Get me into the sky. We can't really go to another solar system. I mean, we can go check out another solar system, but we can't really use it properly until we can, you know, like we can't really... what am I trying to say? We can't really utilize... Oh, we have to go higher? Sorry. Drive engine level is not high enough to turn on the warp. Why would you let me equip them then? Okay, hold on. Let's go over to research. I'm guessing we need drive engine 4. Unlocks mecha warp. There it is. Okay. This might be a bit of a ride home while we unlock the research. But you get the idea. We'll walk back. Okay, here comes the research. We probably don't need to warp all the way in. But you know what? It's going to be kind of funny. Let's go ahead and hit line up. Hit caps lock. And we are zooming, baby. Oh, yeah. That's a lot faster. Okay, I've stamped down a few more fractionation plants. I think 4 to be total. Yeah, we got one here. Mostly hugging the upper ring just because it was a bit of space for them. And then one over there as well. We don't have enough belts, unfortunately, to actually finish this off. But we do have enough machines, surprisingly. I have no idea if the power grid on this planet is going to be able to keep up. It might, but then that will, of course, take away from our ability to charge. So, yeah, you know, with each action, we lose a little bit of ourselves. But that's okay. As this is going to allow us to build the Dyson Sphere, we do need more deuterium in order to make the good stuff. over here, the rockets. There we go. We need deuterium fuel to, like, fuel the rockets, so that's going to have to happen first. And once we've got this stuff going, then we will be able to actually build what we build. We're also going to need to figure out a way to improve our quantum chip production. That's kind of through the floor right now, and that's going to require us to improve our processor production. Don't ask me how we're going to do that. Copper does not grow on trees. Okay, here go the last of the belts, and we are fully fractionating. Going to be great. I'm really hoping that this is able to keep up. The hydrogen won't be for a while. We can actually have a look at production. I think it's time we finally break out this chart. I've been using a lot offline, or rather off camera, to work out what I need to do. But yeah, we're making 500 per minute and using 4 times that. So you can see the problem, right? We're also producing just an insane amount of deuterium. That's also pretty dang good. This is a very inefficient way to make deuterium, or rather, how do I say this? It's more power efficient than using particle colliders, but less reliable. It's also a lot slower. And you need a constant supply of both hydrogen and deuterium, of hydrogen rather, to make this thing work. But you know what? I'm willing to risk it. I do notice that we are once again out of proliferated, though. This is just like it's honestly a joke at this point. How long it takes for these to come through. And yeah, this time it is in fact the diamonds that we are shy on. Of course it is. Okay, we need more diamond smelting. Let me go put down some more diamond smelting. I swear to God, you fix one problem and you just find another one. But that's the joy of factory games, is you're never, ever free. Ever. I love just seeing these interstellar ships just swarming everywhere. We must have hundreds of them in the sky by now. It's just so cool, man. I love it. Alright, what was I doing? I've already forgotten. I was going to place down these on the other side of the planet. That's why I landed here, to give you guys the scenic view, okay? We're gonna fly together. Okay, it wasn't that far away. Turns out planets are kind of small when you can travel this quickly. Awesome. Diamonds are coming in. I didn't bring the drones. God, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna have to just be fine. Yeah, like, see, we're not even using half of these. They'll go get them then. We're producing proliferator again. Okay, good. And of course, as the proliferator, oh god, I can never say it. As the proliferator gets produced, it will be distributed elsewhere, and by being distributed elsewhere, it will get used up, and it'll end up in these, like, for example, these diamond builds, which will mean that we then require less diamonds because we have more proliferation, etc., etc., etc. But I do imagine most of it's going to end up. Where is it going? 3 drones heading this way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drones heading this way. Yeah, looks like that's going to the side of life. Always look on the export side of life. That's what I always say. That is silicon, and yeah, it is getting distributed. But, I mean, it's filling up quickly. So once that hits 10k, then they'll start sending it locally as well, which is pretty cool. But now that we're like super duper fast ninja dudes, we can set course for Ananas real quick. We're gonna hit caps lock and just absolutely belt our way over there. Oh, we zoomed straight through the dang Dyson swarm, and thank you. Take me out of warp. Oh, that's gonna speed up everything. Oh nice, we actually have a little bit of a backlog built up here, which means now I think it's time to start working on warpers. We need to slap down... warpers don't need to be proliferated, I don't think. Let's just make sure. Space warpers... You do get extra products. If the raw materials of this, we have an extra product. Yeah, okay, so the warpers themselves don't need to be proliferated. Just these green sciences. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to have one out. Make this nice and simple. I'm going to want... It takes 10 seconds to make 8 warpers, so we're going to want 10 machines. I think 1 per second is going to be more than enough for our needs right now. So you're going to grab 5 of these. Let's move it down one. So I would, I suppose, like to proliferate the input, just in case it isn't being done elsewhere. That is probably unnecessary levels of caution, but I'm an unnecessarily cautious guy when I play this game specifically, which is also completely untrue, considering just how haphazard 97% of what we do here is. But you know what? It's all about appearances. Let's put down a splitter over here. Good to know that this planet is chock full on proliferation where it's not being used, which at very least means that, you know, like we have it available the places that do need it. You know, it's backed up where it needs to back up. I'm a big fan in the backup believer. There we go. What am I even saying? I don't even know anymore. Dude, just stop watching this. It's just garbage. Okay, it's garbage. Give me 5 machines. Thank you. Give me 5 more machines. Thank you. Give me some power poles. Stick them like this, and like this. Why would it end up over there? Who could have possibly wanted that game? Why is it over there? What is going on? I don't even know anymore. Move this over. I'm a little dehydrated. I'm not going to lie to you. I need to drink some damn water. You bring over here. You will produce a Whopper from science for me. Whopper from science for me. We will insert. We will output. We will insert. We will output. And we will copy. And we will paste. And Whoppers. The Whoppers shall flow. Oh, fantastic. Ah? Where'd they go? You getting eaten up by these? Yeah, they were getting eaten up by the ships. Okay, so the logistic ships were stacking Whoppers for themselves. So we should see these come and get collected now. That's cool. There you go, now they're really flowing. Very cool, and we get so many out of the science. I don't mind just doing it like this. Stack that up in there. So let's see where these fly. So one's going this way. Yeah, that'll be for this. That's perfect. Cool, so our science is now warp capable. What's going this way? Looks like, yeah, it is arriving. It'll go on the belts and be distributed to the other towers. Very cool. As soon as it arrives. There they go. There they go. Alright, nice. So the first batch got eaten up by these. They won't use them unless we set the distance. So what we can do temporarily, right? This thing brings in iron. So I'm going to set the distance to 1. And now watch this. We should start seeing a few blipping across once the warp cores come through. One of them needs to come home. This one here will now do it. Here we go. When he takes off, we should see a zippity zap. Any zipping? Any zapping? They do this like blinking effect when they jump across. It looks really cool. But no, it doesn't look like anybody's warping just yet. How about now? Okay, weirdly enough, it's not working. I'm not sure why. They just won't warp in system. But you know what? That's actually fine. It's okay. We've made do until now. We'll continue to make do, I'm sure. We now need to build the rocket silos. These ones right over here. The vertical launching silos. This requires graviton lenses. Oh, great. Quantum processors. Oh, great. Titanium alloy and frame components. We actually have last 2 there at least. So they know that's could be worse. Could be worse. Let me just make some space right here. We're gonna do a little split, and we're gonna make sure this thing gets built in a reasonable amount of time, because we are actually going to want a few of these. We don't need them. We need like a bunch of them right away, and then like never again. Pretty much. So we don't need to worry about stacking too many. It's more just about like making sure they're available when we want them, I suppose. Let's go up a level here. I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride on this one because I don't really know where this episode's going, and I'd like this to be the destination, I think. Bring this down. Okay, cool. So we should then be able to hypothetically place one of you guys over here. Okay, cool. Let's bring this into there. You are going to make me... not that side of things. We want to make... Here we go. Vertical launching sites. Put away all the bits and pieces we managed to pick up by mistake. Put that in. Put that in. Alright, then we need to bring in graviton lenses and processor cores. Turns out we got 2 slots right here. Nice. Demand. And graviton lenses... Demand. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get those for obvious reasons. I just don't think we make them fast enough right now. But yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Don't you worry. And then you are going to be the cores, processors rather. Keep calling them CPU cores. I don't know why. And then you're going to move this over, And then we're going to feed you in there and you in there. Okay, great. So when those arrive, we can start making these things. Give this thing an output. Building stuff in this game is so easy. Alright, I think I want to build three stacks for now. 3 stacks for now sounds like a good amount. We can put this, no, put the science lab away, thank you. Yeah, that'll be good, I think. So now we need to go chase up the production on these 2. So, graviton lenses, what's holding you up, baby? I'm assuming it's strange matter, would be my my gigabrain assumption. We might just need to put down another strange matter assembly. Oh, now we get to play spot the thing. Okay, it is indeed strange matter. That's cool. That's something we can solve by just expanding it. Strange matter requires these Casimir crystals, which require hydrogen, which is coming in actually pretty decent volumes here. 2,500 en route is that's a lot en route. I guess the gas giant must have just picked over and we just got a huge influx of it. Oh yeah, here it all comes. Okay, very nice. So we're gonna get a whole bunch more Casimir crystals. So what's holding up the strange matter production right now? Nothing except literally the production speed of it. Okay, so we need to put down another one of these. Oh, this is gonna be so expensive for power. Down 2. There's no chance in hell we can support 2, right? Like, none. None whatsoever. Also, I'm out of power poles, which is very funny. Very funny to me. Oh god, there's absolutely no chance we can support this, but I'm going to try. No, I'm changing my mind. We cannot possibly support the side ones here. Like, it's just not doable. Oh god, what did I do? This is gonna suck. Alright, turning these on might actually bottom out our power grid. Let's have a look. It has not helped, but we are not at 0. Okay, good. Good. Another trickle of strange matter occurs. God, it's just so slow, this stuff. Alright, but it is coming in. It is coming in. Alright, that means graviton lenses will be producing at considerably twice the speed, right? So now we need to start dealing with this. Quantum chips, what the hell's your problem? Almost certainly it's going to be CPU cores. I can tell before I even go over there, so let's not even bother. Deuterium fuel rods, what's your problem? Please don't be deuterium. That's the one thing I got. God damn it, it's deuterium. Okay. I think it's because, yeah, we're burning most of them, which certainly doesn't help. We don't need to stack to 1,000. Let's stack to like 400. That will also assist. Means we don't have to put quite so many in here. How about this one? Yeah, let's bring you down to like, let's make it like a 300 maybe even. You know, maybe they don't have to go to all the towers right away. That could be a nice cheeky 300. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. How much hydrogen do we have? I need to make more hydrogen. How do I make more hydrogen? Let's have a look. What options do I have? I need to make a lot more hydrogen. Where is my hydrogen anyway? Research-wise, I would actually like to get a little bit more out of this. I think carrier engines, probably next. I don't know if we have enough purple science to do this, but I'll try. The speed would be very nice. The throughput is very important. We don't have vessel warp yet. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, that makes sense. Let's also make them carry more. Make those warp cores go further. Very interested to see if that 1,000 purple can make it. Because if it can, I will actually set up warping for the hydrogen one specifically, just to improve that throughput. Also, let's go ahead and set up our warp cores for the central area here. We haven't done that yet. So basically, just so you guys understand how I do this. Thank you. Awesome. They fly faster. Oh man, they're already moving quite a bit quicker. I can see it. Alright, I want you to bring in warp cores. You're going to remotely store. You're going to locally demand. We're going to store like, say 400 in this primary one. And then the way we do this, right, so as they come in, this will all start working. I did for some reason build wind turbines at every possible corner here. So just stick that over there. And let's run the warpers. So these warpers use an obscene amount of power. Just fair warning if you're planning on using them, something to be aware of. So you can actually use it. There's like a warper slot 6 That's like the pass-through warpers. But I like to leave the 5th slot open so that they can, I don't know how to say this, so that they can stack them up. Oh no, wait, hold on. Now they stack them up. All right, cool. So we don't have to worry about doing warp storage anymore. That's been patched from the last time I played the game. That's a really welcome feature. It used to be that you had to have that last slot open. Clearly you don't anymore. So let's just run our warpers everywhere. Okay, there we go. All of these now have warp cores, which means, if I'm not mistaken, if I set this down to 1 AU, we should start seeing a bit of warping going on. I'm not sure how they decide whether or not to take it. It should work, though, right? No, it doesn't look like they're warping. Even though they can. Oh, no, there we go. That one just did it. That one just did it. They go whoop, straight across. Okay, cool. So the warping is working. The real question now is that really worth the resource cost and the power cost? Probably not. Probably not. But I am going to say that it's worth it for not just iron, but also our hydrogen. I think those need to be able to zoot around the universe as quickly as is necessary. Same goes for deuterium. I need you to move as fast as you can move, because clearly the issue here is throughput, not production. I think we're making enough, I just don't think we're moving it fast enough. So, yeah, we'll just set up the warpers on this side for now. I'm not too worried about the other planets just yet. We will set them up in time. But for the moment, this will do it. Okay, yeah, so just those ones warp. Well, you can warp. You know what? Screw it. Nah. It's fun to make them all warp, but I don't think we're going to. I think we're just going to warp the stuff that I think is, like, actually super critical. And right now, that's hydrogen. And, you know, if the graphene and organic crystals get a bit of a boost, too, it doesn't hurt anybody, does it? Okay, let's see how many more of these are now zooting. There'll probably be a few. Oh, that one did something. There he goes. He's gone. Oh, there goes another one. Alright, nice. Oh, there goes the third. Okay, cool. So warping is successful. Let's go and see if we've been able to produce any more of these rocket launch silos yet. Well, we've got the graviton lenses. That's awesome. That's working. So now we just need to make quantum chips. Okay, cool. We have solved 3/4 of the puzzle. 3/4 of the puzzle. Let's also go have a look and make sure that the deuterium fuel is able to keep up. You are keeping up, yes. That is good. That is good. Yeah, this is a problem, though, is that we are still burning more than we're producing. So I think we just need to stamp down. I think the solution here, actually, is to just copy-paste the deuterium fuel. Let's make... If the issue is throughput, then let's make more. Does, of course, mean that we use more power, which requires us to burn more deuterium, but you know what? I'm not here for your nitpicking, okay? Here for easy... no-brain answers, okay? Head empty. That's how we play Dyson Sphere program. Okay, there we go. We got another plant running. This should help with the throughput. This should make it so that we can not just burn the stuff, but also, you know, use it to make all the things we want to, including the rocket fuel. Now we got to work out what the hell we're going to do about those CPU cores, the quantum chips. Because they need CPUs, and CPUs are needed in pretty much everything. Which means I guess we just got to make a bunch more CPUs? Let's go see what the bottleneck on the CPUs is, other than their own production time. I mean, they do take 3 seconds to make, and I've only got one plant doing it, so that's probably... You know, that might give us some hints as to the issue. But if we come over here and have a quick look-see... here we go. Okay, so we're completely fine on microcrystalline component. It's just straight up, this is too slow. That is a problem that I can solve very quickly. We're going to grab one of these plants... So we're making 3 per second. There are 24 machines in this, which means that we're making... Oh, what's 24 divided by 3? 6? That can't be right. 8. It's 8. How am I so bad? It's 8, okay? The number we're looking for is 8. We're going to put this down over here. This is going to be a CPU maker. We'll do another CPU maker right over there. So that's going to be 1624 per second. Give me 32 of these bad boys per second. Then, of course, we are going to need to make more electronic circuits to go with it. That's all good. That's fine. That's something we can do. Something we have the power for. Give me a copy command. I want a electronic circuit build. Take this one right over here. Oh, excuse me. Take this one right over here. Grab that. Use that right now. So this will make 48 per second electronic circuits. So that's... yeah, and we're making 8, 16, 24, 32 per second. Okay, cool. So this should be able to keep up. I'll make 2 of them for good measure, but I don't think it's necessary. Actually, I'm just going to start with 1. I'm just going to start with 1. Let's see how we do with that. And then let's get some more microcrystalline components. These are a little bit slower. If I have a look here. These take 2 seconds to make 1, which means that we're making 12 per second here. So we need 3 of these to make 32 per second. Which is in addition to this one. So 2 more. 2 more of these. And we're just going to stick all of these down here. Moving in a nice repeating pattern. Doesn't that look lovely? Okay, we have massively increased the CPU throughput now. So now we need to do all the constituent parts, right? Which is going to be the microcrystalline components, the what are these things called? The circuit boards. I want to get these towers put down early, because that means that we can start drawing in goods. Here we go. That just means that the production kicks off faster, you know, and then, you know, and if we've got 10,000 copper ingots being requested, then they start getting requested by the ships, gets the ships in motion, means that there's less downtime. Just good practice, really. Let's go ahead and pick that up. There's just a few vestigial pieces here we don't need. I want to take proliferator from here. Why don't we just bring it in right here? Bring in like 500, 400, that's fine too. Oh man, do you remember the days when proliferator was hard to come by? Ha, me neither. That definitely never happened. I definitely didn't leave that for way too long, thus wasting quite possibly millions of resources total. But no, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't look too closely into the Palantir, Pippin. Everything's fine. Okay, build completes. There we go. CPU cores are now pumping themselves out. Also, microcrystalline components are keeping up. Yeah, our throughput is certainly there. This is fantastic. Everything is being proliferated as well. At least 1 point, ideally 2. I think it really just depends on what's coming in. I'm not going to fight it. I will take whatever I can get. It fluctuates between 1 and 2 depending on the input line, and that's completely fine, to be honest. And regardless, everything gets proliferated twice anyway with the way we've set everything up, because both the input and the output are proliferated, so it doesn't matter. Microcrystalline components are beginning to bottom out slightly, but that's honestly to be expected. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. This is a blue belt, right? Yes. Are you still not able to output? Are we really producing that many? Is that really the case? Wow. Okay, I guess it's because it's a 2 distance they have to travel. Wow, 3 machines are backed up. 4 machines? 5? Holy shit, we need to upgrade these inserters, I think is the issue here. Sorters, sorry. Upgrade them all by 1. Can't go higher, so I can just paint. There we go, and that should dramatically increase the throughput, and it has. Nope, but now we're just... oh wait, no, it's clearing out the buffer. Mecha Core level 5. Oh my god, look how much room we've got now. Hold on, I need to sit down for a second. Also, power is running low. Ironically enough, if the game would just let me make these things, we would have all the power we could ever want. But no. It was too hard. Too difficult. Doesn't want to let me do it. Part of the problem is that these sphere components are getting most of the most of the priority just because they're physically closer. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. It is beginning to trickle in. I need to just chill out for a second. What else uses these that is consuming them at such a rate? Is it science? Oh, I think it's science. Yeah, it's green science. Just chomping him down. I need you to make this. Do I just need to run a belt? Is that the solution? Or do I just need more chips? Yeah, it's the processes we can't keep up with. Okay, am I keeping up on microcrystalline components? I am on the input resources, which is what really matters, because what that tells me is that I can run more machines. A lot more machines. We don't have any deuterium, but that's Surprise, that's news to no one. Are we, like, out enough that it's beginning to affect our ability to burn it? Yes, we are. Okay, so we're pretty out of the juice. That's not good. That's not good at all. Show me the hydrogen coming in, please. Show me it coming in very quickly. The hydrogen's completely stacked up here. Well, it's fractionation time, baby. Okay, we can fit 2 fractionators there, and I think I'll put another 2 over here. And this should help us make all the deuterium our little hearts could desire. Okay, lovely. We actually need 30 more. Go figure. Turns out overproducing them was a blessing in disguise. Alright, I'm going to stamp that down, and I'll be right back when it's ready, because this episode is getting kind of stupid long. It's all been placed down, but as you can see, we have a lot of yellow lightning bolts about the place. These fractionators have absolutely bottomed out our power production, which is ironic, considering that they are the ones who are going to give us power production once we get deuterium flowing, but that is a bit ahead of ourselves. I think we're getting a little bit too ambitious by wanting to go straight into the Dyson sphere. I think we need to actually first get the Dyson swarm sorted out properly, because as you can see, it is barely even providing 35% satisfaction. So what we're going to want to do is build a gigantic Dyson swarm firing array. I really wish this planet was tidally locked. It would make it so much easier, because that way one side always faces the sun. But I think we're just going to build a ring. I need to find one that's going to be fairly uninterrupted, but I think this level here might be the closest I'm going to get. Right, so I'm drawing a line, I'm drawing a line, I'm drawing a line. There are a few mines and towers in the way, but this was probably manageable. But we're going to want to grab our ray guns. Rail guns, not ray guns. We're going to do 2 lines of them, I think. Can I fit... No. Okay, we're gonna. This is the tricky part. As always, you've got to just figure out what the distance you need to go to get this working is. That can go there, and then that can go on the same line there. That should be adequate. I hope. Okay, then we'll have a line coming in on this level. One higher up, please. Thank you. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we managed to ring the world, and it's all looking great. We are firing a truly gratuitous number of solar sails now at the Dyson swarm. Yeah, they got a long distance to travel, which I guess does technically eat into their lifespan, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. We're actually shooting through our home planet, which seems a little dangerous. But yes, our deuterium and hydrogen ships are still allowed to warp. I think that's a good idea. I think it's just worth it. We need so much of that stuff. Let's just get it through quickly. And we are now producing significantly more power, though. This is slowly increasing, very slowly, as we add to the network. But yes, it is going up, which means that the satisfaction is going to go up as well, which means it's time for us to slap down some of those ray receivers. The big issue I have with them at present is simply just that they are really, really large. And we've got so much garbage cluttering the northern hemisphere here that it's kind of hard to fit them all. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints. Also, you'll see that there is kind of a little space between them. This is for us to run graviton lenses through. And I'm beginning to think that, you know what? It is part of the main quest line, so maybe we need to just get that research today. I think that that's necessary. And then that way I can string these all together, and it also improves their efficiency quite considerably. You know what? I'm going to do just that. Let's run this as the solar sails from over there. Add that to the pile. And then this one will be whatever number 2 is, which in this case is going to be these things, the graviton lenses. We don't need that many. I'm going to request like 2,000 at a time. We're not going to supply them anywhere. And then when it's available, it can run through these things. We can't really produce them at this rate that they're necessary for this, but it is good to have. And what that will do is the graviton lens goes through there. We don't actually have the tech for it yet, so we should go ahead and get that researched, just so that it is available. All right, perfect. And that dramatically increases their output power. Like it's I think it's worth it. Oh, well, here comes some, and we can have a look once the research finished what the difference is. Okay, nice. There is the graviton lens research, which means that the ones that are on the belt will now actually start affecting these things. I just want to finish lining them up. I've almost wrapped the planet. Not quite, though. We're definitely getting there. Let's head back real quick to the start of the line, as I would like to see what the effective difference is between them. Alright, so we got 20 lenses in here. This should put lenses out. Am I mistaken? Will that work now? Huh. Oh, I guess these don't work the way I thought they would. Anyway, they increase the output by 150%. It's worth noting that this doesn't improve the the overall wattage of your sphere. It just improves the rate at which these things can pull that energy out, right? So like your Dyson sphere still needs to be pretty powerful for it to work. Okay, these no longer pass through, which is really bizarre. I'm pretty sure they used to. I don't know why the hell they'd make it so that you have to run them individually to each one. That seems ludicrous. Maybe I'm just missing something. Hold on, before I get salty, let's delete this and let's run another line. Will you pass through now? No. Weird. Very weird. Okay, well, we're not going to request them here anymore then. I don't think it's worth it. I think let's rather just suck these up. And we'll say, you know what, okay, they got belts between them, who cares? We'll forget about it. That's not worth the effort. Especially not considering that we don't really have enough power coming through that thing anyway, as it is. Hey, look at that. We got a ton of quantum chips coming through now. Nice! Which means that, oh, sweet, sweet heavenly baby Jesus. Please, yes! We are actually making small carrier rockets at a comically slow rate, but they are coming through. They are coming through. Let it be shouted from the rooftops. It has finally happened. Oh, baby. Okay, well, we need to go ahead and put away these dang, these lenses. Yeah, lenses can get put over here. Kind of insane that the strange matter production has even kept up, but, yeah, it's working. It's all working. I'm gonna burn some fire ice, because I'm a madman. And then we're probably going to have to call it an episode there. I really wanted to get the Dyson Sphere design today, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We did get a lot done, though. We got warpers set up, which is really cool. We got a bunch of green science research. We mined a frickin' helium giant, an ice giant, sorry, which is super cool. Yeah, we've got quantum chips and graviton lenses finally being produced in, like, I wouldn't say a good quantity, but a non-stupid quantity, like a manageable quantity. Our Dyson swarm is slowly ticking up in its power output, which means that we are going to very, 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 very gradually gain more and more power over here on this planet. This will just slowly climb. In fact, I've got enough ray receivers. How many do they have? I got 141. Yeah, I'm going to put a couple rings of them around here as well. At some point, we're probably going to want to ring this with not just ray receivers, but also the railguns. But for now, just ray receivers is fine. We're going to start it here, and we're just going to run this like this. And since now I know that I can't just run the dang graviton lenses between them, I don't really care about lining it up. I'll be honest with you. But here we go. As I lay down the last of these, we can say goodbye. It's been an amazing episode. We really have done quite a lot. We are going to be pulling out too much power. But once again, we're going to call this overbuilding future-proofing. It's a very, it's a Soviet approach to engineering, is all I'll say. You make more than you could ever possibly want, and then you make sure that it is absolutely impossible to functionally use it, and therefore deprive your entire population of basic goods. Doesn't that just sound probable? Okay, anyway, we're going to call it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. We are going to be building a Dyson Sphere in the next episode, or at least starting it. And then we're going to be going to a new star system. I don't know if that'll be next episode or the one after, but it'll be soon. Thank you all for watching. Cheers. And of course, a huge thank you to the channel members and patrons for this month: Kelly Ananas, Call Me Bo82, Old Man Tater, Frickin' Friendly Beaver, Knee Cruncher, Riley David, Rivo, Charlie Weber, Mermix, Officer C4, Not K Arthur, Adachi Fanboy, Couch Potato, LCG Canyon Sahar, Jack Smallman, Cut Beef Go Ham, I'm Alpha, you're damn right I am, The Senate, and Richard Berry. Thank you guys so much for the support. You are all amazing.